So I'm a bigger target, but you and I are in the same position where it's like we don't really have an alliance we can trust on either side. So if we gain another member by making this happen, and maybe have Metta, we put ourselves in a position. We put ourselves in a position to win.
Did you make a deal with Ross right now?
No, I don't have an official deal.
You don't have like a three-person?
We don't have a three-person. We had a four-person thing with Shannon.
Right.
That was never. We never even had a name for it, and I kept wondering why people weren't like going for it. So far as I can tell, whether it was Shannon and or Ross and Marissa, they started scheming against the fucking foursome as soon as it happened. I can't tell where
Ross lies. You know what I mean?
That's the problem with Ross. As much as I like Ross,
me too.
As a person, one of my favorite people in the house.
I hate that we have to qualify it every time. Like, it's not personal, but I know.
Game-wise, he's been playing a good game, but this is where his game is going to fall apart because you can't keep playing all sides.
Right.
And I've offered to him multiple times to do something more official, and he's never said yes. And when I was flipping the house, he was the last person I was waiting on before I even told you.
That's what you even told me that.
I talked to him more than anybody else, and he never gave me an official yes. He never did until the very, very end when he was 1,000% sure that I had more numbers. And as much as I get it, that's not where we're at right now. You need to commit to somebody.
I agree.
And I'm pretty sure he'll throw me under the bus as soon as they can.
And with me too. It's just understood.
I'll be first.
Right. And it's just understood that I'll be, after you or whatever.
So look, sitting next to Omarosa in the end,
it's not the worst thing in the world.
Is probably better than any other girl in this house.
Oh, there's no doubt about it.
And if the final four is you, me, Omarosa, Metta, that's about as fair as this game gets.
I agree. I totally agree.
It's just the wild card here really
is the power of veto thing.
Well, that could change things. But, hey. Yeah.
Says he's down.
He's down.
You got to take that for what it's worth and give him minimal information, please.
Zero.
Because he'll go to some weird, stay up late, and then he'll see Brandy in the kitchen and start talking.
He just said, "I'll do whatever, just don't put me on the block."
He does.
Listen to this guy.
You didn't tell me.
What happened?
Did you say it was with us?
I didn't say anything.
Okay,
all I asked him to do was support my effort to get Ross out. I will keep him off the block. I didn't tell him anything about this because it only takes 3 after 7 to move.
Listen, he's the first, I'm the next. There's no, I don't have an alliance with that. We're us 3.
But look, the girls are mad at Brandy too. I mean, that's a real situation.
Well, I'm going to blow that up at Noms to keep them mad about this Shannon vote.
Would you go Brandy and, where?
It's Ross and Brandy.
Ross and Brandy to put up?
She's going to lose it. She's going to be so nasty to y'all.
She already is. And she's going to be nasty to them too because she can't control her nastiness.
Welcome to, she already is nasty to us. Are you kidding me? I'm so used to that.
She calls me names behind my back. She calls me bitches behind my back.
No, she calls all of us bitches. She calls me towel boy. She calls him.
She's a bully. She's a mean person.
Well, but worse is you can't reciprocate. If you give anything back, she starts crying. She says, I'm sensitive. And you're like, what?
Yeah.
It doesn't work that way.
It's not worth
3 votes, and we can get ourselves to the 4.
So
I'd like to get Brandy out first, though, you guys, to be honest.
I mean, I'm really sick of it. Honestly, in terms of like quality of life in the house.
Listen to me. If Brandy goes home, I'm not weeping.
Well, I think that's.
Let me be crystal clear.
Would you prefer her going first and Ross going second?
I prefer to go after Ross because Ross helped to flip this thing. Ross and Shannon worked to flip. When you flip a whole house in Big Brother, I've been watching long enough.
But that benefited me. So
I worked with Ross.
You know what I mean? It's like hard people.
I worked with both Ross and Shannon.
So you watched how he worked. Who's more dangerous, him or Brandy?
I think Brandy wants us gone more.
Well, but he's better at the game.
He is much better.
Brandy's pretty good, though. She's strong.
Well,
she's
not in terms of player. She's already pissing off her best friend, Ari.
When you get Ari, the nicest person in the house, to get pissed off at you, there's a problem.
And that's what she's saying, and that's hard to argue with that Ross is playing a better social game.
I'm not disagreeing. It just for peace of mind, the next 5 days, I'd like to not be.
I know, but if it's double eviction, she can go, and one of us wins, she can go.
That's true too.
We have 3 votes.
We have 4
All right,
votes.
well, I'm down for whatever.
Well, I got to go do the noms. So we're solid.
We're solid.
We're solid.
100% has to be Ross first.
Solid.
Yes.
I wish it did.
But listen, the twist is going to happen. Ross will get the veto, and we gun after Brandy.
Either way, it's good. Either way, it's good.
So remember, Ross, first 2 days, started planting seeds. You can't trust her. She's this, she's that, she's that. Went after, flipped the house.
Ross is also part of the reason that I was able to flip the house.
This is my personal decision, my personal prerogative.
I'm going to follow the numbers.
But listen, power of veto happens, and they try to go after you. The 2 of us can try to turn that, so that if they're gunning to put him.
Get Metta to try and compete now, and understand that he's going to need to use the veto on us. Like, that's just what makes me nervous about this. If Metta knew the game better and I could trust him better game-wise, I'd feel so much better about this.
He really likes you, though. If anybody can sway him.
I think I've got a good way of like telling him to compete, and like,
So
I think we all do.
we just got to keep him positive, keep him in the game, and we can't ever tell him it is us four.
We can't tell him what it is.
I didn't. All I asked him, he
And
said, "Don't put me on the block." I was like, Maya's watching. On my word,
Do you
Maya.
think we should say anything along a similar line
To Metta?
to Metta? Be like,
say what? Don't say
I think
anything?
you've come far enough at this point. You should stay. You should compete.
Yes,
Well,
definitely say that.
But without
without saying what it
blatantly
is.
saying we're doing a Final
Well,
Four.
you deserve.
Because
you
what if
grinded
somebody
out
gets
3
the
weeks.
power of veto twist and put him up?
Yeah, that could happen too.
They wouldn't put him up.
You don't think so?
There's no way. And the only way we can justify keeping him is having him be excited about staying.
Well, don't worry about this power of veto twist. If they try to gun for you, which they've already explicitly said in front of you and behind you,
We'll work on Metta. We'll work on him.
Is there any...
All right, I've got 10 minutes
Yeah,
to make
go.
the
Okay,
noms.
do your thing. We'll
Sounds
keep
good.
thinking about what it means, but we're in. This fucking thing is just
Oh my God, those people are freaking out right now because they're so scared of the block.
They're scared about this happening.
Oh,
what
yeah.
just happened.
Listen, they never brought me in, and I was available.
Bro, as much as I've worked with them, like I said to you, I have offered final deals.
Right.
They've never
But
accepted.
I was part of their master plan to get rid of people. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And so, like, if you weren't going to bring me in, like, and Ross and I kind of like, we kind of deal like we won't vote for each other kind of thing. You know,
had like a gentleman's deal, but
a gentleman's
that
deal.
shit's how it start.
But there's a point when that's got to go. If it's me or him, it's going to be him.
Well, yeah.
It's like you said with Shannon. It's like I love you, bro, and like you're an amazing human being, and I hope we're great friends out of here. But
It's literally
I've come
me or
this
you.
far, and I want to stay.